Here's a short story about a young guy, only 19 years old, who handles things like a boss upon finding out that his girlfriend, a gal he's been seeing for 3 months, left out a very important piece of information from him. And upon discovering this, dumps her just like that. And what was that piece of information? Well, guess what? She's a mom at 19 years old. But not just of one child, but two kids. Kid you not. And he handles things like a boss, but then wait till you see the reaction he gets from the girl that fixed him up with her, his cousin, and everybody else. It's ridiculous. And I've been going to go over here, guys, making the point that it's amazing how some young guys are so light years ahead of other guys by handling things right. And you find out somebody's been lying to you all along, dump them immediately. And last but not least, do not buy into the pressure when people come out with the torches and pitchforks trying to get you to act the way they want you to behave. Never do that. You take care of you. Titled, Am I the a-hole for dumping my ex because she hid from me that she has kids? And a shout out to Tyrants for sending in this story. He says, so I am 19 years old, and I've been dating my ex, let's call her Samantha, also 19. She is my cousin's friend. My cousin introduced us at a party, and we clicked. Not once did she or my cousin mention that she had kids. Not when I asked her out on a date or the 2 months we were dating. For 2 months, the chick hid this. Who's the bigger a-hole here, the girlfriend or the cousin? I say the cousin because she's family and screwing this guy over. Had I known at the party, I would have walked away then. Don't get me wrong, I don't hate kids. I got nieces and nephews who I love to pieces. I know I'll have kids in the future, but right now I'll pass. Exactly. Thank you. Nothing wrong with kids. Kids are cool. Well, okay, let me backtrack. A lot of kids are little a-holes, but on a case-by-case basis for me. But he doesn't want that at 19 years old, and it's not his job. Well, how did I find out she has kids? I was meant to be working one day, but a guy at work asked me to swap shifts with him, and I ended up going to the mall. She was there with her kids. When she saw me, she looked panicked. It didn't even occur to me that they were her kids. I honestly thought she must be babysitting until her toddler cried for her ex for her to pick him up, and it finally clicked that she was their mother. So I'm going to say what we're all thinking here, well, most of us. You know, it's bad enough that she's a teen mom, 19 years old, but 2 kids? What kind of loser does that? I can see where you were dumb and it happened once, very young, but 2 back-to-back? Really? She was looking for a daddy and was trying to rope this guy into fall for her and then thinking that and then she would reveal the news and he would never leave. That's what they do. I guess I was dumbfounded. I just walked away. I ignored her texts and phone calls. I eventually answered and asked why didn't she tell me. Well, she cried and said that she really liked me, but she was worried me knowing would scare me away and she would have eventually told me. Eventually, it's been 2 months. And she's darn right he would have walked away. That shows you how her decision-making process. And by the way, where's Daddy? Well, there's a question. She said the kid's dad just decided to abandon them and her. And I said, I'm sorry, but it's not going to work out. And she cried and cried some more and asked if it was because she has kids. And I said yes. I wished her all the best and then blocked her on all my social media and her number. Man, boss move, dude. Absolutely. But this isn't just because she has kids, even though, hey, why would he want to be a freaking 19-year-old stepdad? She also lied to him. She deliberately lied to him for 2 freaking months. It was all on purpose. And the only reason he found out is because he was at the freaking mall, probably going to buy some sneakers, and saw her with those kids climbing all over her and everything like that. And his freaking cousin knew this. My cousin came over raging mad, cursing me out for dumping my ex, just because she's a single mother and what a piece of crap I am, and my ex is depressed. Really? She's cursing him out? He ought to be cursing her out. I couldn't get a single word in with all the screaming, and I just shut the door in her face, and when she started banging on my door, I threatened to call the police, and she finally left. Well, I wouldn't have let her in, and the second she started yelling and not giving this guy the opportunity to speak, but then again, not that he should speak or say anything to her. This cousin would be dead to me. She knew what she was doing. SSM, she went to social media and family and told them about what I did, and now I got people coming at me in person and on social media. It's all making me second guess myself. Am I the a-hole? Smack! Snap out of it, dude. You've been doing so good. No, brother, you're not the a-hole. She's the a-hole. Your cousin's the a-hole. And your family are a bunch of a-holes if they believe your cousin, who's obviously a well-functioning liar, or they think that too. It is not your job to be the stepdaddy to this girl's kids or anything like that. You're 19. Guess what? No offense, although you're very mature for your age, you're still a kid, and so is she. She is a loser for having 2 kids by 19 years old. I mean, I'm going to say what it is, okay? And we can go back and forth on why the daddy left, either because, guess what, he can't stand her either, or just simply that's the type of guy she chooses. She was looking for a provider, nothing more, and she was waiting for you to fall in love with her and then reveal it to you and stuff like that. That's what they do. I've heard this story countless times in different forms. So you're not the a-hole. And frankly, if your cousin is dragging your name through the mud on social media and saying a bunch of things that aren't true, it's called defamation. And you're mature at 19, get a lawyer. Sue her for it. At the very least, cease and desist. And your cousin, I'd have nothing to do with her at this point. And any family giving you shit, I'd have nothing to do with them at this point. End of story. It's better to be alone than deal with people like that. So there you go, guys. But this guy, I mean, there are guys 2 decades old, twice his age, that wouldn't handle it the way he did here. My God. So remember, guys, be careful. And this is an example of why I do these things and these stories about the single MOMs. Now, a few comments for wrap this up. And by the way, guys, what's cool about this is that the whole comment section is on his side. There isn't one person there trying to feel bad for her or anything like that. One guy says, she asked if you broke up with her because she has kids. Yes, that and the lying. What was her plan, to get you to fall in love with her and then spring it not 1 but 2 kids on you? That is some master manipulation there. I would have told you eventually, she said. It's pretty clear who the a-hole of this story is, and it's not you. Yeah, that's exactly the plan. She wanted to rope him in, and then, I mean, it's lucky for him she didn't get pregnant while they were together. Another one. Not the a-hole. This is a pretty major lie. If your girl even saw you as a human being and gave you the slightest ounce of respect, she would not have lied to you. Kids are a mention on or before the second date or breakup situation. Your cousin should be apologizing to you for defending all those lies and keeping them from you. You did nothing wrong, and you have no use for a liar that just wants to trap and use you. You dodged a big one. Anyone defending the liar is not your friend and doesn't care about you. Amen. And a couple quick more ones. Again, guys, very rare is you have a story like this and the comment section is unanimous supporting the guy. Another one. Your cousin, the ex, lied to you on purpose. Make sure anyone who complains know that you did not date a liar. You're 19 years old. If you don't want to enter a relationship for any reason, you have that right. Your cousin's the biggest a-hole here, not the a-hole. Yeah, guess what? Men are allowed to have choices too, and are allowed to reject women the same way women can reject men. And one more. This guy says, not the a-hole. Honestly, you can break up with someone for whatever reason you want. She deceived you because she knew you would not date her if you knew she had kids. She hid her kids in order for you to develop feelings for you, hoping that then you'll accept her kids. That was very manipulative. Your cousin definitely knew that you don't date people with kids and was in on it from the beginning. Technically, you should be the one doing all the screaming. Anyway, you're young, and as you said, you want kids one day, but not now. Enjoy your life, and hopefully your ex learned a valuable lesson. Fat chance there, amigo. There is no way the ex learned a lesson. She just learned I got to be more careful next time and cover my tracks. And I guarantee you this ex of his and the other girl will be right back looking for some other sucker down the road. But that doesn't have to be that guy, and it doesn't have to be you guys. That's why you watch these videos. You watch them for entertainment, but also to learn things so you don't end up in these predicaments like a lot of these guys do. This guy's a boss. He gets a high five today.